Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Aisyah Anissa binti Jamaluddin, and I would like to begin our discussion on the SDG 2, which is zero hunger. First of all, the meaning of zero hunger is to end hunger, achieve food security, increase nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. SDG 2 also recognizes the interdependence of sustainable agriculture, empowering small farmers, promoting gender equality, ending rural poverty, ensuring healthy lifestyle, and addressing climate change. The problem pertaining of the triple burden of malnutrition is undernutrition, hidden hunger, and overweight. This also threatens the survival, growth, and development of children, young people, economies, and nation. By touching the issue of zero hunger, it can help with other SDG. For instances, is no poverty, climate change, and economic growth. So, in general, action that can be taken is for the problem pertaining to zero hunger is local community and civil society organization can play a significant role in promoting better child nutrition, including by representing the voice of marginalized groups such as smallholder, indigenous children, and women, building government and business accountable and directly serving nutritional needs of their community. Second is food wastage by the corporate. This is because the direct link with farmer, processor, and consumer, they have the power to influence every facet of the supply chain. For instances, it remaining food that are not sold in the market or food in restaurant. Thus, we can increase funding for scientific and technological research to boost agricultural production and efficiency. Next is to promote the nutritional meal. So basically, that's it's the general view on action that can be taken to solve end hunger. So I would like to ask others' opinion on the end hunger.
My name is Muhammad Akizaris, and for the end hunger, I think it is always have been strongly related to poverty. As we see, countries with poor economic status are usually the ones that are the most ridden with hunger. So by solving or trying to increase the economic growth of a country, we can tackle this problem of hunger in a country. By doing this, we can increase the number of people that are not hungry anymore. And so, like a saying in a proverb, if you teach a man how to, if you catch a fish for men, you will make him full for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, then he will be hungry for the rest of the year. And now I ask the others of their opinion on this topic.
Okay, thank you, Naki and Aisha. So basically, I agree with both of them because firstly, economy and also poverty, as Naki said, does correlate a lot between each other because the source of food itself comes from the country's economy's state. So if the economy of the country is not stable enough, it cannot provide sufficient food source to the citizens or the community. So basically, that is why I would like to propose an idea to like take small steps to help in catering to the SDG problem, that is end hunger, and also under other sustainable development goals that go under end hunger. Like for example, I would like to cater to the issue of starvation, specifically in Malaysia, because we want to like take a small step before we're taking a big one. So by catering, first of all, I would like to propose the idea of doing a campaign to cater to the issue of starvation happening in Malaysia. Okay, in this campaign, I would like to I would like to mention first that how the starvation, how this campaign includes the issue of starvation and also food wastage in Malaysia. as a point, starvation in Malaysia. Malaysia is the 57th country in the global hunger index that is suffering from starvation, and also about food wastage. The amount of food wasted by Malaysians is enough to feed 12 million people a day. So basically, both of the issues are correlated with each other, and by catering to one of them, maybe in my idea, the proposal or my idea could help cater to those issues. So to this campaign, which is called Don't Eat What You Can't Finish, where the practicality of this campaign is to the organization under the campaign will be taking down names for a certain area in Malaysia for those who is in need of food storage. And after we take down the names, we will then give the name list to the respective restaurants near the area who already volunteered in joining this campaign into collaborating with the organization. And the cashier or the waiter, while they are taking the order of the customers, they will ask about whether the customer would like to share the portion of their food to the people in need, to the list of names, and also enlighten them with about the campaign, about the issue of food wastage and also the issue of starvation in Malaysia. So with that, after the name list is fulfilled, we will then move on to the next area. So this will happen like maybe like a week or a day or something along that line. So from this campaign, it will also give spread awareness towards this community in Malaysia on how we shouldn't waste food and that the food could be given to those who are in need of it. And yeah, I think that's it for my proposal of idea. So any opinions with the idea?
I would like to give my opinion. My name is Nadia. Before that, well, I should say first that Yan has pointed out a very great idea of how we can help reduce starvation, which of course can be said as one of the main causes of hunger. Actually, when we talk about zero hunger, another issue that should be discussed is malnutrition. I personally think that in order to tackle zero hunger issue, nutrition should be taken as a priority, where everyone's supposed to have access to consume nutritious food. Based on what I read on the United Nations website, it says that every day 25,000 people, including 10,000 children, died because of hunger and related issues. And some of the major relating issues are malnutrition and chronic diseases such as heart disease and cancer that are strongly linked to poor diet. So as a youth, I believe that we have the power to spread awareness in our community about the importance of nutrition such as vitamin and mineral in the daily diet. So by doing this, we can encourage the society to live the mindset that ending this issue is all about ensuring the quantity of food, but actually also the quality of it. So we can see that majority of the poor could not afford the quality food due to the ever-rising food prices that reduces the standards of living. So I come across this one article from the United Nations about how we can overcome this crisis, which one of the main steps is to sustain smallholder farmers. It means that by expanding the agriculture field and farming activity among the poor, it helps to boost the crop production and eventually ensure continuous food supply along with nutrients from the farm outputs. Therefore, it is as if we are teaching the poor how to fish instead of giving them the fish, like Naki said just now. In fact, by expanding the agriculture field, not only it helps in solving this issue of zero hunger, but also serve in contributing to economic growth and eventually in reducing the poverty. Because I think, after all, just like Aisha mentioned in the beginning, all this economic, social, and environmental sustainability are all interconnected. I think that's wrap up my opinion for now. Thank you. So maybe Najla wants to give her opinion on this.
Well, in my, firstly, my name is Nuha Najla Arvinda Arifin. And in my opinion, I highly agree with Jens and Nadia's point on overcoming the issues of starvation and malnutrition, especially in one of Nadia's point that we can conclude that malnutrition is as much as important as starvation issues in Malaysia. This is due to the reason that when it comes to the topic of zero hunger, most people will only think of quantity of food instead of the quality of food, just like Nadia stated before. And this is due to the reason why we can see a lot of people, especially YouTubers, whenever they're trying to spread kindness by giving food to the homeless people or the needy, most of them will likely buy fast food. And as we all know, fast food is very poor in terms of nutrition, as it contains various substances that are generally unhealthy, which is high in sugar, salt, and saturated fats. And by giving this food to the homeless and the needy, it will make them more vulnerable to the chronic illnesses such as kwashiorkor, diabetes, and heart disease, as they already have low food intake in their body system. So, and we don't want that to happen, as malnutrition is one of zero hunger goals that are needed to be achieved. And based on what Jan said before, the Global Hunger Index in Malaysia is, as of 2020, we are in the 57th rank out of 107 countries with a statistic of 13.3%. Even though it is considered as we are in a moderate level, however, these malnutrition and starvation issues are still concerning in our country, because I came across several news such as Estrawani, The Star, Freedom Malaysia, many more news expressing the seriousness of starvation and malnutrition issues to a lot of people, especially the homeless and the needy people, especially during the pandemic time, because most of us are required to stay at home and social distance. So they cannot go out and search for food. Hence, I came up with one idea to prevent both malnutrition and starvation issues by creating a Happy Lunch Hour campaign. So Happy Lunch Hour campaign is where the restaurants need to prepare a certain amount of complete nutritious meal and donate it to the registered NGO, so that the NGO can distribute this meal to the people who are in need of it. By giving to certified NGO, this is because certified NGO, they can locate homeless people and the needy more easier, as they are already certified and they have the link to locate of them. So this will encourage everyone who are in need of this food will get it accordingly. And the aim of this campaign is for the global hunger index, the percentage of global hunger index in Malaysia, and the issues of starvation and malnutrition in Malaysia to be decreased gradually. And for this campaign to happen, we as a youth need to create a donation first. So by creating a donation, it will allow society to also participate in this campaign by donate their money, and simultaneously, it will also spread an awareness on how serious malnutrition and starvation issues are in Malaysia. And with this donation money, we can give to the restaurants for them to prepare the meal. So that's my idea on how we can solve this issue. I guess we can choose which one's idea that are good. Or does anyone have any more ideas?
In my personal opinion, I can see how from Najla's idea, it actually tells us how Naki's point about economy and also poverty, in a sense, is actually a big issue, where you said that we have to create a donation before we could give the food source to people. So basically, the main problem is from why we have zero hunger SDG is because these third world countries do not have the proper economic system or economical state in their country that could help sustain their citizens in the area of food storage and such. So basically, that is what we have to cater in the end of the day.
I'm going to agree with Jens when she said that we don't have like a balanced economic sustain for the needy people. And this somehow linked to Nadia's point where her ideas, she decided on having the needy and the homeless people to work in the agriculture sector so that so that they can produce a nutritious meal from themselves, and also with this idea it can cover the issues of zero hunger and also the zero poverty. So and also with Nadia's idea, it helped for other than helping the people to have nutritious meal, it also encouraged them to be independent in something. Just like Naki said, if we give them fish, they will be full for a day. But if we teach them how to catch a fish, then they will be starved for a year. So I think with Nadia's idea, it's much good or much better as it encouraged them to be independent at the same time.
Yes, because the only concern with my only concern with Yan's solution is that how long will the solution last for? 2 years, maybe 3 years? And for that, I think Nadia's idea would be much more long term, and it would be more fitting as it would be like striking the problem in the center.
Thank you for everyone's points and opinion. And I think everyone's idea is great to tackle on zero hunger. I would like just to emphasize and conclude that Nadia's opinion is the best idea because not only giving them, but also teaching them to gain on their own. And it helps the agriculture growth and boosts the economic growth that helps with the social, economy, and environmental sustainability. And I think this idea can be proposed to you.
I agree.
I'm also agree, especially when Naki say, and I realized that both mine's and Yan's ideas, it won't be long term because we are like making donation or asking people, and this is only by giving to the people. And until when are we going to like keep giving things to the people?
Yes, I agree with Najla, and I think that it helps for them to gain on their own, and it will be on the long term, as Naki said. Okay.
I totally agree with what Najla said just now about teaching the poor to be independent, because I think it's impossible to encourage people to always give to them. They need to like also work for it. But the government and the people should also help them in, giving them the education on how they can start agriculture on their own so that they can feed themselves and reduce the issue of hunger. Yeah, that's what I think.
I think we can all agree that in the end of the day, Nadia's idea in advocating agricultural education to its people could actually be a sustainable development and go a long way into the future if we put into better research and better research into it. Yeah.